Hey, good morning to you. This is Walk and Talk 271, August 7th. It's just a beautiful morning. We're talking about outside your image and inside your brains, your logic, your discernment. So you can be gorgeous on the outside, you can be beautiful, but stupid, foolish, ridiculous, no brains on the inside. We're looking at Proverbs chapter 11, verse 22. Proverbs 11, verse 22. Picture, if you would, imagine a pig or a hog and take a gold nose ring, a gold valuable nose ring, and place it on the snout, the nose of that hog. You have a beautiful, precious piece of jewelry on the snout of that pig, that hog. What does the pig do with their snout? Well, that's what they use to rummage through the food, through the pig slop. Now get this. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 22 says that literally a ring of gold in a pig's dirty nose is like a beautiful woman who lacks discretion. Let me repeat that. A ring of gold, a gold ring in a pig's snout, dirty nose, is like a beautiful woman who lacks discretion or common sense or logic. Just no brains. This is Walk and Talk 271, August 7th, and we're talking about your image versus your brains. What you look like on the outside compared to your intelligence, your capacity to discern right from wrong, good from bad. Is this safe or is it not safe? Is this high risk or low risk? Is this a smart thing to do or a foolish thing to do? I'm encouraging you in this Walk and Talk to consider your inside capacity. Lots of people put an effort on their external image, what they look like. Well, how about what you think like, your capacity? So let me give you some practical observations. The Bible is crystal clear. Your thinking capacity, your ability to discern right from wrong, your logic capacity is more important, greatly more important than your image. It doesn't matter what other people think about your image, your external, if you're foolish, if you're illogical, if you're irrational. So remember that your capacity to think well is far superior, more important on any given day than your image. the external you. Maybe we should be investing in more wisdom, more logic, more rationale, and less cosmetics, less fashion. Here's what the Bible is simply saying. Putting gold in a pig's snout is like a beautiful person, a gorgeous person, who's foolish or stupid. You can be gorgeous and still be stupid. Why not look your best and think in a logical, wise, smart, discerning way 24/7? Practically speaking, discretion is common sense. Discretion is that capacity to see trouble before it happens. Discretion is to calculate, is this too risky? Is this safe or unsafe? Some people live their life careless, reckless, foolish. It's one thing to be brave. It's another thing to be foolish. I'm suggesting in this walk and talk, God gave you a brain. It's a large capacity. And you should be, and I should be, developing our discernment, our logic, our evaluation skills, our cognitive assessment, in order to protect, quote, the gold ring, to protect the ability to enjoy the day. Practically speaking, God puts greater value on your thinking power, not your beauty. Your external is not as important as your internal. Every day of your life, you're given the opportunity to smile. And a lot of people are discouraged. A lot of people are frustrated. A lot of people are struggling with joy. They're angry. They're mad. They're upset. And a lot of it is tied to the inability to notice trouble. And they frankly make decisions that get themselves in trouble. I'm suggesting in this walk and talk that you use your capacity to think. You use your capacity to evaluate to keep you out of trouble. So discretion is the ability to see trouble before it happens. And if you can see trouble or see a problem or even solve a problem that prevents you from getting in trouble, you're going to be more happy. You're going to be more joyful. You could be gorgeous, but stupid. And the Bible is saying, hey, forget about beauty, forget about gorgeous. How about having a beautiful brain? How about the ability to keep yourself out of trouble? In this walk and talk, I'm encouraging me to develop your brain power. And a lot of times, a couple of practical suggestions, if we would just ask questions, even ask questions to yourself, and get your brain thinking. First off, ask questions about a problem, about a situation. Number two, ask questions to other people. In other words, seek advice. If you're wanting to develop your brain power, develop the quality of questions. And always remember the who, what, when, where, and how questions. The who, what, when, where, and how. That series of questions will help you understand a problem or the trouble ahead or a decision. Second, ask questions, get advice. Ask questions to other people. Get advice. Call people, text people. Knock on doors and say, hey, there's a situation. It could be buying a car. It could be you're behind in your finances, making payments. It could be you're thinking about doing A, B, or C. Just ask questions and let other people give you feedback, give you ideas. Here's another third way to develop your brain. So the third brain power tool is ask yourself questions about the problem that you're facing. Who, what, when, where, and how. And then get advice, number two. And now number three is develop the skill of compare and contrast. Or another way to say it is evaluate the options. So when you're faced with a problem and you're trying to develop discretion, what are your 5 options? Or what are your 6 options? Or what are your 7 options? Don't settle on 2 options or 2 choices. When you're trying to make a good decision, you're looking ahead. Maybe you're trying to solve a problem. You're trying to make a choice. Don't go for 2 choices. Come up with 6 or 7 or 8 options. And compare and contrast. So the brain is a calculating tool. Call your brain your calculator. You say your calculator is broken. Well, let's develop it. Number 1, ask yourself questions. Number 2, get advice. Ask other people a bunch of questions, the who, what, when, where, and how questions. And then number 3, come up with about a half a dozen options, choices. Come up with several great options. What you're forcing yourself to do is discern. So remember, the Bible lifts up discretion. Discretion, number 4, the 4th way to develop your brain power is, what does God think? So discretion in the context of Proverbs 11:22 is, would this choice that I'm about to make be God-honoring? Or of all the choices, are they God-honoring? And you should be able to say, that would be honoring to God, but these 3 choices would not. So if it's honoring to God, that's a choice you should consider. But let me give you a 5th way to develop your brain power. And that is good, better, best thinking. Good, better, best. So it's a good choice. It's a good decision, or it's a better decision if I choose this one. Good, better, but this one is the best decision. Now, good, better, best in the sight of God. Not necessarily practically speaking, not about what's good, better, best for you, but once you come up with about a half a dozen options, which one's the best? Which one would honor God the most? You're living your life and you want to be beautiful on the outside. You want to be gorgeous on the outside. Do your best to look great. But if you lack discretion, if you lack brain power, you're, according to Proverbs 11:22, you're like a pig with a gold ring in its snout, in that dirty nose, and that pig goes and wallers in the mud, and you look foolish. Practical suggestion: you want to be smart and gorgeous. You want to be beautiful, and you want to make decisions that are honoring to God. This is Walk and Talk 271. It's August 7th. I'm encouraging you to develop your brain power, your logic, your discernment skills, as Proverbs 11:22 is pointing out. And you can develop that discernment, that brain power, through several different practical steps. Remember, number one, ask yourself questions. Ask yourself questions. Who, what, when, where, how, why. Just keep asking yourself questions about the problem, about the situation, and find yourself talking to yourself. Ask yourself questions. Number two, ask other people questions. Find some advisors and ask them questions. Take your life and have some counselors and ask questions. Number three, compare and contrast. I'm encouraging you to come up with some options. Compare and contrast. Not just two choices, but come up with 6 or 7 or 8 options. Make a selection, make an options, make a list. And then I'm saying to you, next suggestion for developing your brain power is start thinking good, better, best. In other words, what would be most honoring to God? What would be good to honor God? What would be better to honor God? And what would be best to honor God? Now, think about what your needs are. Think about your problems that you're solving, the trouble you're trying to deal with. But consider, is this the best solution before God? Many times, God is left out in our daily walking, our daily living, problem solving, and we make decisions that are not honoring to God. And often we pay a big price. It's very painful. But remember, be gorgeous, be beautiful, but make sure that you have a great brain. You have the ability to think. Your capacity to evaluate is excellent. Develop that brain power. This is Walk and Talk 271. It's August 7th. Gorgeous but stupid. That's not what I want to be. I don't want you to be that either. We're looking at Proverbs 11:22, and it says, "You can see a gold ring in a pig's dirty nose. It's like a woman who lacks discretion." Common sense, brain power, not smart. We invite you to worship this coming Sunday, First Baptist Church, Tempe, Arizona. Contact the church if we can help in any way. Staff member would be willing to help you. 480-839-0926. You can look our church up on the web, fbc-tempe.org. You can find more about our church. We have a 9:30 and 11 o'clock worship service every Sunday, and on Sunday mornings, small groups, large group Bible classes for all ages, and then during the week as well. It's a great day to be gorgeous and have a beautiful brain. Use your brain. Whatever you do all to the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10:31. It's a great day. Have a good one. Blessings on you.